I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
And we're live.
And we are dead.
I'm not going to do this if you don't let me say my and we're live.
Or are we undead?
No, we're live.
Welcome to today's very special Halloween special of the I Went Outside Today podcast. This is one of your hosts, Creepy Chris.
This is Spooky Cheryl.
I would have said scary Cheryl.
Well, I can do scary Cheryl.
I didn't know that we had to come up with alliteration names.
This is all improv. I just made it up. And
Yeah.
then Cheryl,
Well, I
Yes,
feel put
and
on
it.
the spot. This is Sydney.
you can be super silly as Sydney.
No, it's too late. I didn't know. I wasn't prepared for the assignment.
Or scared Sydney.
It's too late, I said.
Scared Sydney.
I said it's too late.
Scared me.
We're moving on.
So, as teased in one of our earlier episodes on crystal healing,
Crystal Basics.
Crystal Basics, we are recording this in a church Airbnb out in Mannville, Alberta.
It's amazing. I just want to live here.
We do too. Our fantastic hosts, Dominic and Zita, have shown us quite a bit of hospitality, and we have everything we could possibly want.
They made us fruit cups with kiwi. That's fancy fruit for fancy people.
It's true, we're being taken very well care of. When Cheryl had booked this Airbnb, she had asked them if we could record our podcast here. They live in the residence below where we're staying, so she wanted to make sure she was being sensitive to them hearing us making noise up here, and they said they're okay with it. They're also very excited to have a podcast recorded in their Airbnb.
Do you think this is going to have good acoustics? Because churches are supposed to have good acoustics.
You can hear it echo for sure.
Is that good?
We'll find out.
Okay.
These mics are pretty good.
I played the organ. I went outside today and played the organ.
Well done.
But did I turn the organ off?
I guess we'll find out.
They were very excited to have us here. They left us a handwritten sign on the sandwich board out front welcoming the I Went Outside Today crew.
We're literally famous.
And our Airbnb host, Dominic, tracked down some true crime that's happened right here in Mannville. I think would make for a good preface for tonight's scary, spooky
Are we going to
Halloween
solve a crime?
special. Maybe on our follow-up to Psychic Detective.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I could solve it.
Okay.
I didn't bring any psychic crystals.
I believe this has already been solved,
Oh.
but we'll read. So the Booher murders of Mannville, Alberta.
Boo her?
On the night of July 8th, 1928, a phone call was received at the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. There had been a mass murder at the Booher family farmhouse just outside of Mannville, Alberta. Police raced to the scene and upon their arrival found Rose Booher, who was shot in the head, slumped over the dining room table. As they continued investigating the house, police found Rose's oldest son, Fred, lying on the floor. He was shot 3 times in the face. Police moved from the house and started to search the property, and as they were searching, they found the bodies of Gabriel Gromby and Wazel Rozak, 2 hired hands for the family. Just like Rose and Fred, the 2 hired hands were shot dead. The victims in the Booher family murders were fatally shot, but who was the killer? Police continued their search and found 22-year-old Vernon Booher and his father, Henry Booher, who were unarmed, were home during the attack. 2 sisters of the Booher family were also safe and alive because they were on vacation when the murders took place. Investigators started to question Henry and Vernon about the murders, and they report that Henry seemed extremely devastated by the murders, while Vernon showed little to no emotion. That is when Vernon Booher became the prime suspect for the murders. To help assist the investigation, police asked Austrian psychiatrist Dr. Adolf Maximilian Langsner to question Vernon and Henry because it was rumored the psychiatrist could read people's brainwaves. Dr. Langsner studied psychology with Sigmund Freud in Vienna and had also studied mind control in India for some time. He believed that when the mind becomes stressed, it starts to produce signals so another trained mind could pick up on what the other person is thinking. He thought it would be best for him to sit in front of a suspect for a long while until he received a signal from their brainwaves that gave him information about the murders. He claimed that this particular method was successful because he had recently assisted Berlin police in finding missing jewels that were stolen during a jewel heist. With high hopes, police asked if Dr. Langsner could sit in front of Boer's cell and start to ask him questions, like he was a reporter from a newspaper, and observe Boer carefully. After carefully questioning and analyzing Boer, Dr. Langsner informed police that Boer was the person behind the murders and that the murder weapon could be found in a clump of long grass and brush just west of the farmhouse. Police sped back to the farmhouse and started searching the grounds, praying they found the murder weapon Dr. Langsner said they'd find. After much searching, police finally stumbled upon a stolen .303 rifle located near the house, hidden in long grass and brush. After finding the weapon, police went back to Boer and started to question him again about the murders, where he was, who he was with, and if he stole the gun they found. Eventually, Boer broke down and confessed to the murders, claiming the reason behind them was because his mother did not like his girlfriend. He continued to explain that he was only going to shoot his mother, but after he shot her, Fred ran down the hall and saw what Vernon did. Vernon panicked and knew he had to eliminate any witnesses, so that's when he killed Fred. He wanted to eliminate all possible witnesses of the murders so he wouldn't get caught in the act. Vernon was sentenced to trial, convicted of the quadruple murders, and was sentenced to death. He was hanged at Fort Saskatchewan Prison on April 24th, 1929.
Alberta's just getting rowdy.
Sydney's got buggy out, scared eyes right now.
No. I have nighttime eyes because I turned off all the lights to get into the spirit of it.
But you know it'll help you calm down.
Not that doll you brought.
This murder was solved, so you don't need to exercise your psychic detective powers.
Thank God. It was another psychic detective. So did he know when he gave you that we did a psychic detective episode?
No.
If you looked at the titles, you probably saw one of the titles was Sydney's Psychic Detective Agency. Call back to when Sydney took the Psychic Detective Workshop.
Workshop is a strong word for that was just like solve a murder. Spooky.
So I will set this one up for
Don't you think
everyone?
that seems about right for Alberta in the 1920s?
Oh, 100%.
That was probably everywhere rural.
Yeah. So this is called The Haunting at Home, a Paranormal Adventure. It was hosted or created by Haunted Walks of Ontario.
Why would they do this?
They did it for you.
Yeah. This is a fun thing that they set up during COVID for those of us who are stuck at home with nothing to do. May as well conjure the spirits.
During a global pandemic,
Yes.
someone was like, I really was doing more ghost activity pre-pandemic. How can I bring it into my home?
That's correct.
Stupid.
This is the description. The Haunting at Home is a ghostly online audio experience created by the paranormal experts at The Haunted Walk. Turn the lights down low and conduct a series of fun and spooky experiments in your own home.
Or in someone else's home.
Or an Airbnb. Will you be able to complete them all in the dark? Will you discover anything in the process? Experience a spine-tingling and thought-provoking night of supernatural thrills and chills.
Well, you were right to get this place because I would never have let you do this in my home, nor would I come to your home ever again if we did it there.
So there will be 6 paranormal experiences, or experiments, pardon me. There will be 6 paranormal experiments. So complete a guided series of experiments using traditional techniques from parapsychology and modern-day ghost hunting, alongside Jim Dean with the host of Haunted Talks podcast.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
So just on their website, they get you to fill out when you've done the paranormal experience, what happened. So since October 13th, 2021, 3,332 people have conducted experiments at home.
I'm trying to decide if I think that's low or high, but I don't really hang with like ghost hunters and I don't really know.
That's fair.
You do now.
It says 64% of groups report spooky activity.
Because the old church building we're currently residing in creaks.
Dominic promised us it's not haunted. He said it's
Yes.
not haunted.
He said it's not haunted.
You just said strange things happened here.
Okay, also, first of all, I have no idea what's going on. These people just basically threw me in a car, kidnapped me, took me to the middle of rural Alberta. We get here, our lovely host gives us a tour. By the way, there's a Titanic museum in the bathroom, and we did a James Cameron episode, so I feel like that would have been the more natural episode, would be to do a Titanic bathroom episode. But no, he just says, be brave, and walks out. So that's just been my day for context.
To be fair, we didn't kidnap you. We told you about this like weeks ago, and then we told you to be ready today. And
It
then you
was
still weren't ready
essentially
when
a
we came to
kidnapping.
pick you
I
up.
was ready.
You got into the car willingly.
You left your house today.
I did leave my house today. Overnight, too.
You
I
went
don't like
outside today.
I don't like to leave my house overnight. That's where my things are. Anyway,
But then you would never get delicious carrot cake muffins for breakfast.
and blueberry cake.
Yes.
Shout out to Dominic.
I think he said be brave because he didn't see this fucked up doll that I'm looking at.
If you want to see the doll she's talking about, it will be posted on our Instagram.
What if we possess his house by accident? He's gonna be mad.
No, he won't. He already said he owned a couple businesses that were haunted.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now that if I wake up at 3 a.m., I'm waking you up at 3 a.m.
That's fun.
Because have you seen that movie, The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yes.
And 3 is the demon witching hour?
Yes.
And I wake up at exactly 3 a.m. literally all the time, and it scares me all the time.
We'll see how this goes for the first
You think
part
this
one.
is all fun and games until I get possessed.
No one's getting possessed.
I don't know if I could get an exorcism because I'm technically not even Catholic anymore.
No one is getting possessed.
You just get psychiatric help.
Part 1. In order to conduct the experiments, you will need the items below. Feel free to improvise and use similar objects if you don't have easy access to what is suggested here.
That's like crystals too. Basically, just do whatever you want.
Yeah. A phone or a computer with internet access to play sound files. Candles. A small flashlight. I'm going to have to go find the small flashlight.
I know where it is.
Paper. Pencils or markers. Notepad. Or any surface for making notes on. String or dental floss. A key or a ring. A mirror. A few intriguing items with strong energy and an interesting history. And each person needs a safe object to hold if they get too scared.
You didn't tell me to bring a fucking safe object?
You've got a crystal.
Well, I didn't know this isn't my safe crystal.
Oh.
I brought Cheryl.
I was not told that I needed a safe object. And I have a different crystal that would have been better.
Okay.
I'm very safe.
I hope you get eaten by snails.
Once you've gathered all the items, press mark complete to set the scene.
Well, it's not complete. Someone didn't tell us the homework.
So it's
Experiment number 1. Signal to noise. Have you ever been using a hairdryer and suddenly thought you heard someone calling your name?
No.
Or perhaps you've had a fan on and suddenly got the sense that there were people talking
No.
just in the next room. It's a pretty common experience. But
Brooklyn.
is it, as some would say, just a trick of our minds trying to interpret a signal in the noise? Or is it possible the distraction of repetitive noise allows us to tap into signals we wouldn't normally pick up on?
Should I maybe turn the volume down a bit?
Our first experiment
On the
will
phone?
give you a chance
I think it's
to
fine.
test it out.
Fuck you, this is a seance.
So, as Sydney prologue there, it does sound like we get to do a little bit of white noise for communicating with spirits. Now, since this is a program done with the Ghost Walk company, we were provided with MP3s to guide us through this night. We won't include the audio just because that's stepping on their toes.
If you want to try this yourself, you can go to their website and try the experience for $19.99 Canadian.
Well, that's a good deal
It
for,
is.
to get possessed and have your house haunted forever. Someone allowed you to do this in their home?
Yep.
What the fuck?
And
I don't want to do it. So do we have to explain what we're doing then if we're cutting out the audio?
so, as Sydney is just sort of exaggerating over, she thinks we're doing a seance. We're about to hear
I'm exaggerating.
We're about to hear a clip of white noise. Now, they had gone through the history of how psychics and people would communicate with spirits using the sound of white noise to see if they could pick up voices or answers to questions, and it's directed us to listen to a pre-recorded clip and ask our own questions.
So there will be about 10 questions that we'll be able to fit into this. If you get scared, Sydney, feel free to ask a silly question. They don't have to be serious
I'm gonna
questions.
play Hamilton. That's what I do when I get scared.
You are not playing Hamilton.
When I get scared, I play Hamilton.
But then we'll have to pay them money to play their audio.
I would pay him royalties. Those are good music songs.
Okay.
Good music songs. I don't want to do it.
You agreed to this.
I did not agree to this specifically.
You agreed to ghosts.
Whatever, stupid. Also, for real talk though, I wonder, like, I think I'm just gonna get bored because I have like ADD, so.
That's fine. All right, so here we go. Is there anyone here with us?
Don't. You opened your eyes.
You've got your eyes open. Do you like cheese?
My heart's like actually pounding.
I think he said his name is Booher.
No, he
Vernon
did not.
Booher.
Hello?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Can you tell us your name, Spirit?
I think this is holy ground and we're safe here.
Do you believe in love after love?
Isn't it love after life? Chris, close your eyes. You have to follow the rules if you want it to work.
But how do you know if anyone's eyes are open or closed unless...
I'm psychic. I took a class.
Why do you want Sydney's soul?
I don't have one. I sold it for jelly beans.
I know, they're asking me for it.
Oh.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
When did you die?
This is a long time.
I'm kind of hearing ringing like a fire alarm.
I hear ringing in my ears all the time. It's not related to ghosts.
That's fair.
And creaking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there'll be Titanic ghosts from the bathroom?
Maybe.
Are you a ghost from the Titanic?
Oh, I actually heard like tinkling.
Will we be safe to sleep here tonight?
Yes.
I'm hearing a no.
That's cheating.
That's just what I heard.
It's not what you heard. Keep your eyes closed.
You keep your eyes closed.
My eyes have always been closed. I never opened my eyes a day in my life.
Mm-hmm.
There's like creaking over there.
Do you want me to stop the white noise?
No, I'm brave.
Okay.
Dominic said be brave.
Yep.
I don't think you told him what we're really doing here.
Do you want to possess Sydney?
Everybody wants to possess me.
What is your favorite podcast?
Are you doing the creaking noises?
I hear a music box. Are you
I hear
playing?
static.
Are you playing a music box? I heard a burp.
Excuse me.
How old are you?
Will your heart go on and on?
Who stole Sydney's bean pendant?
Could Jack and Rose both have fit on the little flap thing, the wood at the
Give
end?
time for an answer.
Sorry.
Interrupted.
Close your eyes.
Open your
Do
eyes.
it properly.
Where is Sydney's bean pendant?
Gone. Is it gonna work if Chris is cheating and opening his eyes? I seen him do it.
Our eyes can be open.
No, they can't.
Cheryl, you haven't asked the question for a while.
Can you draw me like one of your French girls?
I mean, that would be pretty impressive. We do have paper and pencil in front.
Don't. That was funny. Whatever. That was a funny question. I wish this was a Titanic episode. There's a whole museum. We should do a mini-sode.
A mini-sode on what?
The Titanic Bathroom Museum.
Is Sydney really scared?
No.
All I hear is screaming.
They just hear static.
It goes on for like ever. We're not even halfway through the audio.
Keep doing it. We have to do it properly.
You want to keep going?
I just hear like pronounced clicking from the roof.
I think we got.
I think we got enough.
Yep. We asked a bunch of questions.
Yep.
Sydney interrupted a lot.
I didn't interrupt
You
anything.
interrupted
I've
every
never
ghost.
interrupted anything a day in my life. Are we playing the static and our yelling of questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Dope.
That's why I kind of figured we would stop, because I don't want to go on till for 15, 20 minutes.
It goes that long?
Well, like, we're only halfway through.
Oh man.
So, like, it would have been a very long time.
I didn't hear nothing except for some clicks. Well, I didn't hear nothing from the static.
No. When Chris said he heard a music box, I could hear, like bells or something behind me, like jingling bells or...
It
Yeah, I
was
heard,
coming
like-
from that direction.
Yeah.
I heard like one tinkle,
Yeah.
but like one of like not like a wind chime, but like a wind chime.
Yeah, kind of.
But I didn't hear
Yeah.
no music box.
I heard like a few tinklings
Yeah.
going on.
I
like,
said tinkling first, and it's on the record.
it had
Yes.
that music box kind of sound. It wasn't
Sort
a
of.
musical tone or tune.
Yeah. Like, it was interesting, and I don't know if it's because, like, just, again, science, but your brain trying to make, like, some sort of connection in the white noise,
Mhm.
or if it's, like, other noises in the house combining with the noise.
I did have an immediate thought that we're on hallowed ground and we're safe here, so
Well, see, there you go.
yeah. But I'm gonna be very mad at you if I get possessed.
So, If you ever get too scared during the experiments and need to stop, you can use a safety hatch at any time. To open the safety hatch, stop what you are doing, and all together say, "Everything stops now." Be firm. Turn on the lights, blow off the candles, and open the windows if you can. Look at each other in the eyes and confidently say, "It is done."
I don't like to make eye contact.
Well, then we don't need to open the safety hatch.
That's correct. Once you have finished opening the safety hatch, knowing that your haunting will end and the activity will stop for good.
Didn't seem to end in The Conjuring, just saying.
They want us to let them know if we've opened the safety hatch at some point during experiments, but at this point, we've had this for such a long time that I can't submit our results anymore. So,
Oh, sad.
yep,
Have you guys ever had a supernatural experience?
that's a tough one. Kind of, but not really. I don't think it's supernatural, but it did seem very spooky.
I did wake up once in the middle of the night when I was probably around 14 or 15, and there was a box rustling in my closet, like a cardboard box, like something was just like shoving it back and forth really quick.
Probably a mouse.
And I thought it was you or our stepbrother, because it was one of the weekends where everyone was hanging out at our place.
Was it before or after we lost the Ouija board?
No, I don't remember. But it kept rustling, and I said, "Quit it." And I said, "Get out of the closet." And it kept going. And when I got up and I checked in the closet, no one was in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mouse, probably.
No mice. Never had mice. How about you, Sydney?
Yeah, I used to fuck around with Ouija boards a lot. That's why I don't fuck with no ghosts anymore. But one time we were doing stuff we were in my friend's bedroom, and her mom was like in her room way down the hallway, and we heard her close the door. So, and like the footsteps and everything. So like, you know how you can hear like where someone's walking to? So like we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that she was in her room. And I forget what we were even doing, but the door flew open and there was no one there, and flew and slammed shut, and all the lights went off.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucked.
My paranormal experience was, I don't know, tamer than both of those. There's a field near the college where I went to school, and I'd walk through it at night, like all the time, because it basically was your only access anywhere from the campus. And one day I was walking, and out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw like a shadowy figure running at me full speed, and I thought they were going to run into me, so I jump out of the way, and there's nothing there. And I'm just in the middle of this field, and the first words out of my mouth was, "That was so cool."
What's wrong with you?
And I never had it happen after, and I've never encountered anything like that before.
I think it's a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Okay, so we did clip 1, so now clip 2.
Nice.
Experiment number 2. Mirror, mirror.
I don't want to do it.
Have you ever been at camp or a sleepover and found yourself looking into a mirror
No,
in the
it's going to be a
dark
Bloody
saying,
Mary.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary?
Bloody
Ever
Mary.
stared into a pool of water or a dark window and seen a shape forming? You ever glanced into a mirror and thought you'd seen something in the shadows lurking behind you? Or perhaps you simply recall the evil haunted mirror from Snow White.
It wasn't
In
haunted.
cultures
It wasn't
throughout the
haunted.
world,
It had a
mirrors
face
have
in
been
it.
believed to be gateways
A
to the
nice
spirit
face.
realm.
So the new experiment that we're trying out here involves mirror scrying. We each take a light source and a hand mirror, which we've brought to ourselves. And what was the directions? It says appear to me.
Yeah, so you say, "Appear to me," and then you wait 10 seconds as your eyes adjust to the light. So that means we need to turn off all the lamps in here.
So Cheryl's gonna start.
Appear to me. Appear to me. Appear to me. kind of interesting because I can see the outline of the chair behind me, and so it looks like it should be something, but it's just the chair.
Mm-hmm. You also have the coat rack behind you,
Yeah.
which approximates a human form with its jacket on it.
So who wants to go next?
Sydney?
No.
Oh, you're gonna go last, eh?
I'm gonna go last. Boy, get your best angle.
Gotta get a good angle of everything behind me. The shadows that move and creep.
Stop it.
Appear to me. Appear to me. Appear to me. Well, for a split second, I thought I saw a face poking out of our bedroom door back there.
Nice.
No, you did not.
Yep.
Wow.
Right over there.
It's okay, it's our bedroom, not yours.
Fuck this shit. I don't want to do it. Like this.
Yep.
Appear to me. Appear to me. Appear to me. But don't really.
Congrats.
I did it.
And then the furnace kicked in.
Yep.
Spooky.
And then Sydney made a face.
I didn't make no face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw a face.
What
Sydney
kind of
did
face?
not. Somebody with long hair, oval face, pale skin.
It was me.
Nah, it was over there.
I'm fast.
It was probably Sybil.
Maybe.
Call back to our past life regression episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there's just no... I feel like this is a safe place to be.
Well, that's good. So I guess we're on to experiment 3.
Number 3.
Experiment number 3. Automatic writing. Our next experiment tests the theory that our subconscious may know far more than we are consciously aware. That if we give ourselves permission to let our inner voices speak more loudly, perhaps we will be amazed at what we find.
Alright, everyone grab your papers.
So in this new experiment that we're being directed through, we're commencing some automatic writing. The recording will ask us a series of questions. We're going to be scribbling on paper without looking at what we're writing and basically letting our hands write automatically.
Once you begin, you will just write whatever comes out. Let the pencil move across and over the page. Do not stop to think about what you are writing. Try to not even pay attention to what you are writing. It doesn't matter if what you are writing makes any sense in the moment or not.
Are we done now?
I think so.
Thank you.
Alright.
I wrote the word Lee.
So we've just finished our automatic writing in which the directions guided us through a bunch of questions. We will post photos of our automatic writings on our social medias and our show notes for people to see. We were asked like such questions like, when did you die? Who are we speaking with? We all got to ask our own questions. I tried to ask again where Sydney's bean pendant is. Sydney, what was your question?
I said hello, and then I said, is there anybody out there?
And then Cheryl had asked about...
Lois's glasses. So it told us to bring creepy objects with us, and Chris and I, or I guess I went to the antique mall in Edmonton to try pick up some objects that could potentially work for the seance, and one of them was a set of glasses, and there's a name on the glasses case, and all I can make out is Lois, and I kind of felt like she was a nice lady, so I wanted to know if she was happy we brought her glasses home with us.
And did anyone have any words written down?
I wrote Lee.
Sydney was talking to someone named Lee. Anything else written on your paper?
Looks like it says Yono in the bottom corner. Because I didn't write any words. I didn't feel like my hand wanted to write any words, so I just let it do whatever, and it's just a bunch of nonsense scribbles.
That's fair.
I'm looking at mine, and all I can see appears to be just gibberish.
Like what? Yeah, that's not even legible.
If you could all write your names on yours too, just so I can keep them straight.
I will not. Let's see what we got here. I don't think you have any words.
Parts it looks like I'm writing backwards.
Nice.
What you got, Cheryl?
I have yes. And it looks like the last word I wrote was anal.
Ha ha.
It actually looks like I may have written yes a couple times.
Oh, and I have an okay.
Nice.
So that one was a bust.
I suspect a lot of them are going to be a bust.
Sydney, you got to speak with Lee.
And he says he's okay.
And Yono.
All right, I'll play the rest of the audio clip.
Did you get anything clear? If so, be sure to note those.
So, in line with that theme, where he asked if there was anything that had elicited a bit of an emotional response, when he asked what year, I think he said, "What year did you die?" My brain automatically thought 1938, but it's not written down on the paper.
Okay.
Interesting.
I felt kind of anxious about that question, like I couldn't answer it when I heard it.
Interesting.
I don't remember that question, what I was doing. Also, my writing isn't writing, it's just scribbles. It's just scribbles.
We will have our automatic writing photos up on social media, so be sure to check that out and leave in the comments any words that you see that appeared in here.
Yeah, groupthink. I don't think it did anything. I think that one was a bust.
Which is good news for Sydney.
So it was 3. Okay, so 4.
Experiment number 4. Trigger object. Every object has a story. From where they were made or created, through every place they have been used or kept, to the possibly many hands which have touched or held them. Many people believe you can sense the energy of the stories attached to certain objects. If you've been getting results on the previous experiments, is it possible some of it is connected to one of the objects you have with you tonight? If you have more than one of these objects as a group, decide which one you'd like to try first.
You brought these
You're
fucked up
each
dolls
going
for
to take a
this.
turn holding the object.
I'm not touching your doll.
You don't have
Close your
to.
eyes.
So for this new experiment, we are performing psychometry, which is something we had done previously with our Psychic Games episode.
We never done this before.
Yes, we did.
I forgot.
Cheryl went and grabbed something, and she tested us both to see if we can get any reading off of it.
Right. We failed.
And here's a chance to do it again. I believe I actually got something off of that. I think that was one of my points came from.
I just remember you tried to levitate and you did it in the wrong direction. Kind of here. Idiot.
I was levitating the Australian way.
All I remember is it was my tea set.
Right.
Yeah.
We're about to try it again. Psychometry, basically, the process we'll go through is Cheryl had found some objects of interest of unknown origin. And we're each going to hold the object for about 30 seconds and say whatever comes to mind. So Sydney has chosen a rusted pair of shears, and she is about to grab them, pick them up, and say what comes to mind. That fulfills the ASMR portion of our episode.
But he said it's super rare for nothing to come to mind.
Yes.
But I'm telling you right now, I just feel like it's going to be nothing.
Well, give it a try.
I feel like I'm just closed off to any negative juju.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Somebody
Yep.
time me.
Give it a go and don't clank your popcorn bucket.
I'm going to. I see them cutting like white fabric, like cotton, like a big sheet. Thank you. I'm going to say thank you to all the things so that everything just fucks off on schedule. Get out of here.
You're welcome. Cheryl, would you like to go next?
Sure. I'm getting the image of like a woman with like wavy brown or maybe dark blonde hair and like one of those like bonnet hats. Your turn.
Feeling these belonged in someone's work shed, not often used. Feel like this person had a lot of tools and just bought them, but never used a lot of them. Just a tool hoarder. And I think it's a he.
I'm glad nobody accidentally stabbed anybody.
Or will we?
No.
Is it an accident if we're possessed?
Ooh, legally, no.
So fun fact, when they first started reading the experiment, and it was like, you'll have to pick a trigger object, the first thing that popped into my head is protect the glasses from Sydney. And I don't know why.
Rude.
And so when you came out and you said the glasses.
When did I say the glasses?
You said the glasses. You said the glasses or the hook things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you said the glasses had nice energy.
They do.
And then I decided I wanted to do the chippy shoppers instead.
They didn't want your dirty crystal energy.
Nobody
on
wants
those
your
glasses.
dirty non-crystal energy. Whatever.
All right.
I think those are evil glasses then. Because I feel like super chill, super like I'm not going to get possessed. Like,
maybe the ghost was watching you fidget all night and was like, these glasses are breakable.
You're going to be lying in bed tonight and the room will suddenly get very cold and then someone's going to slap you in the face.
if you hit me in the face, I'm going to hit you in your entire life.
It'll
I
probably
will
be,
punch your whole life.
I'm just saying Lois isn't going to take kindly to your
Think about your pranks that you
To your
play.
words.
Just think about it. I'll fight you with my hands. Turd people.
All right, get ready for the next experiment.
What number is this?
So we've only got 2 more to do.
Yay. Ew.
bum bum bum.
Experiment number 5. Spirit board.
Sydney, you're scaring the spirits.
No.
Ouija boards. I'm sure you've all
Fuck
heard of them.
you.
Maybe you even tried one in the past. Some of you might have definite negative feelings about them.
Yeah, me.
For our next experiment, we are doing what's similar to a spirit board. We've drawn an X on a piece of paper. The upper end says yes. The lower end says no, and on both sides of this X, it just says don't know. And our next task is to ask questions while one of us holds a pendulum over this X. The area that the pendulum continuously swings over will guide us on what the answer is to our question. Sydney, would you like to hold the pendulum?
No, I'm going to use my crystal.
Okay.
Okay. Cheryl, would you like to ask questions?
Sure.
You go first, Cheryl.
Okay. Did you really die in 1938? Seems to be going more towards yes.
Yep, it does seem to be swinging into yes territory.
Okay. Were you killed?
That's like staying in the middle. It's not moving.
Starting to move towards don't know.
Yep. They might not know.
Yeah.
How do you not know if you were killed?
It could be complicated.
Yeah.
It could be manslaughter.
Were you older than 30 when you died?
It doesn't know.
Just give it a second.
I'd say it does seem to be swinging into the yes category here.
Yeah, I would say so too. Are you female?
I'd say that is a yes.
No, that looks like a no.
No. What do you think, Cheryl?
I think it looks like a yes from my end.
The yeses have it, Sydney.
No. You don't just get to vote on witchcraft.
I think it looks like no because of the angle you're sitting.
You're sitting at an angle.
All right. Do you want to try it now with your crystal?
I said I don't fuck with Ouija boards. This
It's
is
not.
basically a Ouija board.
Ouija board is the intellectual property of Hasbro.
Is it really?
Yes.
Might be Parker Brothers. Either way, it's a trademark.
Your mother's a trademark.
Whoa, you have the same mother.
Oh, do I have to do this with my right hand?
You have to do it with your most psychic hand, and we'll know.
I feel like I'm right-handed, but my left hand is more psychic.
Okay, then use your left hand.
I brought my own pendulum.
Good job. Ask your question out loud.
I'm just getting it centered in the middle. Don't rush me. Do you want to build a snowman?
Yep. Good job. Definitely wants a snowman.
When they're alive, they built all the snowmen. And now they can't because they're dead.
It's swinging like back and forth between yes and no. Like it doesn't know if it wants to build a snowman. Is there anybody really here? It's like right in the middle.
Anybody.
Is this a safe place to be? It looks like yes from where I am, but it's hovering in the center.
So you moved it closer to yes, so the
Yeah,
center is
Sydney.
here.
It looks like it's wobbling into don't know territory.
Yep.
Oh, creepy.
Did someone die here?
No, I'm doing it. I said. Is there a question that I should be asking? It doesn't know.
No.
Saying, I don't know, you called me.
I didn't call you. I'm just doing a podcast, sir.
You're holding the pendulum.
Ma'am.
This is a Wendy's. My arm is tired. I have to switch arms.
Sydney has switched to her less psychic arm.
Listen,
Now we're just going to get garbage answers.
maybe it's my more psychic arm. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you got one more question.
I don't know what's a good question.
Will you die before the year is through?
Me? I'm not gonna die.
Ask your question.
No. Stop. Okay, final question for all of the spiritual marbles. Is Chris a turd person?
You moved it over yes.
That is a resounding yes. That's the most shocking yes I've ever seen.
Considering you're not centering it, yes, you're
No,
correct.
I'm
You are
the
not.
most in the center that anyone's
Looks like it's
ever
going
been.
towards no.
Yeah.
It's saying yes. Wow, that was some real magic.
Good job.
Now we move on to our final experiment.
Do you want to do yours?
You didn't do it.
I could do it.
You gotta do it. Are you afraid to do it? You a chicken? Are you a little chicken baby?
Will Sydney die before the year is over?
Rude. No, bitch. Haha, it hates you. That's just in the middle.
Yeah, it kind of looks in the middle to me.
Guess it doesn't want to answer that question.
Ask if the doll is haunted.
Is our doll Tabitha haunted?
Maybe it doesn't like you.
No answer. Will we ever lock down for COVID again?
Yes.
Within the next 5 years, there might be another COVID strain.
Oh, it does not want to talk to you. You should have brought your own pendulum. This is the least movement that I've ever seen.
Chris is also an artist. He has very steady hands.
And no spirits want to talk to him. Spirits only want to talk to crackheads like me.
Will Sydney be visited by a ghost tonight?
Don't. You can't even get it to pendulum
I
talk
just
to
need
you.
to stop laughing first.
It doesn't even move.
It's moving to yes.
No, it looks like it's moving to no from where I am. Or doing a circle
Yeah, it's a little bit of a circle now.
into the don't know.
But now it's going yes.
Now it's going no.
Again, maybe from where you're sitting, but it definitely looks like yes from where I'm sitting.
Maybe from where you're sitting it looks like yes, but it's actually no.
You're looking at it straight on, Sydney.
You're looking at it
Cheryl's
straight
seeing
on.
where it can swing both back and forth.
How dare you?
Well, you're gonna be visited by a ghost tonight.
No, I'm not.
I guess we're gonna find out.
No.
You'll have to let us know in the morning.
I won't.
Well, shall we move on to our...
Final experiment.
Yes. By the way, thank you, Ghost.
Yeah, thank you, Ghost.
Experiment number 6. Direct communication.
What's up?
So for our final experiment for the night, we're going to try direct communication with the spirits.
We held hands way too early, Cheryl.
It's fine.
So we've been directed to sit in a circle, which luckily we already are. And we are going to, I guess, who would like to lead? One of us will ask 10 questions for the spirits.
I don't want to do it.
Sure. I can do it. I seem to have a lot of responses tonight.
Been given the direction that we can ask for like any knocks or creaks, but this church has been doing nothing but knocking and creaking since we got here.
Mm-hmm.
A second suggestion would be a touch on the shoulder
Or moving an object.
or moving an object, which we got a bunch
I
of
have to
pencils
school.
on the table. We got candles. We have Sydney's restless sitting syndrome.
You're restless.
And so Cheryl will lead us and we'll see if we can make contact.
Ready.
If anyone is here, can you give us a sign?
No, bitch.
Is the spirit that we were talking to earlier still here? Could you move an object? Did you come here with one of the objects we brought with us, or were you here already?
Ooh. It came here on the train. It's a train ghost.
Have you always been in this area? Did you die on the Titanic?
That's a yes. That's a yes.
The train is a yes.
Yeah, obviously. The Titanic makes that like hooty hoot noise.
Steam whistle.
Yeah, it's like a water train.
Okay.
I thought it made the sound of squealing metal and then a lot of bubbles.
Dark. Very dark and inappropriate. Those are real people, Chris.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Is it too late at night for us to still be doing this, and have you gone to bed?
Hoot.
Do you promise to leave Sydney alone tonight? Were you a religious person in your previous life? Can you appear to Chris and I tonight?
So far, I don't think I've gotten any feelings.
No.
I didn't get nothing
Or
except
signs.
for the train.
Yep. The train was awesome.
The train is a sign.
Also, we need to say thank you to the spirits and goodbye.
Thank you, goodbye.
Thank you, spirits.
Say goodbye, bitch.
Have a good night.
Say goodbye.
Visit Sydney tonight.
Say goodbye.
Sydney squeezed my hand real hard. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That wraps up our spooky Halloween special episode.
To recap, there wasn't really any ghosts.
No, you didn't mind that?
I didn't mind that because we did it in a church where it's safe.
So you're saying there's no ghosts?
Not in this church.
So you're saying
There's no dangerous ghosts in this church.
our ghost episode that we worked on very hard doesn't count as a ghost episode because there's no ghosts and we get to do another one.
No, I didn't say that at all. No. That there was the train horn, that was ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Very obviously that was ghosts.
Uh-huh.
If you believe Sydney should try for another ghost-themed episode, please leave your vote in the comments. Tell us how much you would like her to deal with a ghost for real.
I will only do ghost episodes in churches.
That wraps up this Halloween special for this year. This is one of your hosts, Chris, signing off.
This is Cheryl.
I'm Sydney. I did the thing.
Ow!
And this is a real cool place. I always say it out. You should stay here.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Thanks for listening to this very special episode of I Went Outside Today. If you have comments, compliments, or just suggestions of what Sydney should take part in, send them to us on our I Went Outside Today Facebook page or by email to iwentoutsidetodaypod@gmail.com. Also, if you could give us a positive rating and review wherever you listen to your podcast and share us with your friends, we would really appreciate you helping our small podcast become a little bigger.